students, we are going to have or watch a video on how to crack MCQs in the periodic table. Okay, that's the first chapter that we have in the 10th standard. And many of you all think that periodic table is very dry. No, it isn't dry. I'm going to show you how interesting it is going to be. Okay, see, the main things, the key points for success is right here. Only this much you need to learn? Yes. If you know this thoroughly well, and of course a little more that I'm going to put down here, and you're going to crack everything in no time. Okay, I'm going to show you the secret as to how you're going to crack these questions without any trouble. Here we go. Now see here, these are the periodic properties that we come across in this chapter. Okay, we have ionization potential, electron affinity, electronegativity, then we have non-metallic character, okay, and we also have atomic radius, metallic nature. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That's it. 6 properties we need to see. How it is going to increase or decrease we need to learn. Alright. Now if we see this, there are 2 divisions that we can put them in. And you would have learned and played puzzles and riddles, no? So like that you think that there are 4 squares here. Square 1, 2, 3, 4. If you know this first square, all others you can fill up automatically. You're asking me how? Just let me show you. Ionization potential, electron affinity, electronegativity and non-metallic nature. There are 4 properties which across a period, across means what? You will cross over. You will never cross over like this. You will cross over. Remember that. Okay? Across a period means then it is from left to right. It will increase. Can you see the size of the letters? It slowly increases. Yes. So from left, slowly it increases and it attains a maximum. Alright. Of course, there are exceptions. We shouldn't forget that. Down a group, see, if this is increasing across a period, down a group it would decrease. Automatically it will decrease. Okay? And if this increases, the other 2 properties like atomic radius and metallic nature would increase down a group. Down. So you're looking down. So from where does it come? Top to bottom. Okay? And this one would increase for atomic radius and metallic nature. But it would decrease across a period. So if we know only this much, we are going to fill up all the other 3 squares and that is it. Alright. Then there are some things that we need to know. What are the things that we need to learn? We should know group 1, group 2, 17 and 18. These are the groups that we should know by heart. 4 groups, come on, you people know the lyrics of 350 songs to 400 songs, innumerable songs. Can't you remember this? Definitely you can. Okay, just 4 groups, group 1, 2, 17, 18. And all you have to also remember across the period is from atomic numbers 1 to 20. This is also not new to you. But how to remember? Sometimes you do get confused, isn't it? Yeah. If you want, we can learn it or we can by heart it with some acronyms. Okay. What are acronyms? They are words that are used, the first letters we could use and connect them together and you get the order. Alright. Now we see here, there is one thing like this. Happy, Henry, listens. This 2 alone you leave. BBC News on Friday nights. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Some sort of sense is there, right? Yeah. Now, in this if you see, H stands for hydrogen. He stands for helium. Then you have lithium. Okay, then you have beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. There you go, 10 elements are over. But it makes sense, right? Just think about it. You don't have to by heart much. You just have to think, okay, Happy Henry listens to you leave it. BBC News on Friday nights, finished, and 10 are over. Okay. Similarly, we also have something for the 11 to 18. Of course, 19 and 20 you can remember as potassium and calcium. 11 to 18 starting with sodium, isn't it? So, there we start off with smart, millen, aligned, 6 phones, successfully, cleverly, artistically. There you go till 18. Now let's check what all are there. So the first letters you start: sodium, magnesium, aluminium, sulfur, phosphorus, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon. Finished. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Finished. So you have up to 18. It is so easy to remember. Children, this is just an idea. Okay, you can frame your own sentences. You're free to frame your own sentences based on your own imagination. You know how I learned it? I used to draw this picture of one Henry kind of a man or a small boy, and like watching the news, sitting over it, like any way you can. And I also read in some other book that you can also say Happy Henry loves brown berries, chocolates, nuts over Friday's news. Yes, you can do whatever. And here also you can change anything as in how you like. But the ultimate thing is to remember to do this. Okay. Now, why am I saying this? All this is so that you get the order in which the elements are present. You got the order, right? And the last two are what? You will have potassium and calcium. Finished. So 20. What you do is, the moment you get the paper, you write down the order here. In one corner of your paper that is meant for rough work, you write down the order. If you write this sentence, you get the order right. Then go back to this. What is it? This first square that shows across a period these properties will increase, and these properties down a group will increase. If you know these two, you can diagonally arrive at the other things. Okay? Only these things alone would take you not less than 2 to 3 minutes. That's it. In 3 minutes time, you are done with this, and then you go to the questions. Then it's very easy to crack. Let's go to the first question. In the periodic table, alkali metals are placed in which group? So, what did I tell you? There are 4 groups that we need to know. Group 1, Group 2, 17 and 18. Group 1 is called the alkali metals, right? So, where is it? So, that the answer for that question would be, it would be alkali metals are in group 1. So, A is the answer for it. Alright, the property which decreases across a period: electron affinity, electronegativity, metallic nature. Which property will decrease across a period? Now go to the decreasing part. Which property actually decreases? Which one will decrease across a period? It will be, these will increase, but metallic nature will decrease. So if you have this, don't you think it's easy? You can immediately refer to this. Oh yes, so metallic nature will decrease across a period. So that is the answer. Finished. Alright, now we go to the next one, atomic size. This is an exception. Okay, so such things we need to remember carefully. Now this atomic size of argon. What is argon? Argon is an inert gas. Alright. So, when argon is an inert gas, argon is inert gas. And what are halogens? Halogens you have fluorine, you have chlorine, you have bromine and you have iodine. These are all halogens. So what happens is, up to that it would increase. Similarly, atomic nature would decrease across a period up to halogens. The moment you go to inert gases, inert gas will have slightly more atomic radius compared to halogens. Why it would have that? Okay, so you note down, inert gases have greater atomic radius than halogens. This is very, very important. These are the important points that we need to remember. So, inert gases have greater atomic radius than halogens. Now, we will go back to that. Why it has greater atomic radius is due to forces of repulsion. This also we should learn. Due to forces of repulsion. Okay. Now, go back. How to mark that? Now tell me, atomic size of argon. Argon is an inert gas. Is it lesser than, greater than, or is it the same as that of chlorine atom? It is actually, what does it say? Inert gases have greater atomic radius. Therefore, here the size would be greater. So, the question B, the answer B is the correct answer. Next. All elements in a period have the same number of. What does a period denote? A period denotes the number of shells. If an element belongs to period 1, it is shell 1. If it belongs to period 2, it has 2 shells. If it belongs to period 3, it has 3 shells and so on. So, all in a period will have the same number of shells, not the valence electrons or protons. So, A is the correct answer here. Alright. Next, the most reactive non-metals are placed where? Again I told you group 1 to 17 and 18. Group 1 is alkali metals, group 2 is alkaline earth metals, group 17 is halogens, and they are the most reactive non-metals. Therefore, this is the answer for this question 5. Next, the elements in increasing order of electronegativity. Here only we again come back to that order. Okay, remember we wrote the order. This, which group does it belong to? It actually belongs to which one? Carbon, lithium, fluorine and nitrogen, they belong to period 2. It belongs to period 2. So let us first, if there is anything like this, we have already arranged them in order. Remember, so how did we arrange it? We would start with Happy Henry likes. So likes will come first, or listens to. Yes, listens to. And what does he listen to? All this B is not there. Then you have C is there. Okay. Then you have nitrogen is there as news on Friday nights. Okay. So this much is there. Only 4 elements. So let's forget about these 2. This is the order. So this is the order in which it will go. This is the increasing order of electronegativity. See, it increases across a period. So L, I, C, N, F. Where do you find that? You find it in this second one, lithium, carbon, nitrogen and fluorine. So this is the right answer. Alright. Next we move on to the noble gas having duplet arrangement of electrons. When you come to noble gases, we start off with helium, okay, and the next one is neon and then argon and so on. Anyway, what we need is only 3. Don't worry about the others. Helium, neon, argon. This has 2, this has 10 atomic number and this is 18. If this is 2, then it is obeying the duplet arrangement or duplet rule. So which means the answer for this would be B, that is helium. Okay. Next, which pair of atomic numbers represent alkaline earth metals? Remember, alkaline earth metals belong to group 2. Group 2 means 2 valence electrons. We should not forget that. Group 2 is 2 valence electrons. This will all have 2 valence electrons. These are called alkaline earth metals. So if you have any question like this, the first thing you would do is to write the electronic configuration and check. Okay, supposing we take A. The options given are 12 and 4. How do we write the electronic configuration for 12? 2, 8, 2. 4 would be written as 2, 2. So these are the 2 options for A. Let's go to B. B, the options would be 16 and 12. That means 2, 8, 6 for the first element and 2, 8, 2 for the second element. C. C has 11 and 19, which means 2, 8, 1 and 2, 8, 8, 1. Okay, and the last one, that is D, has 20 and 2, which is 2, 8, 8, 2, and the next one is 2. Now let's go back. See, this is where you have to read the question very carefully. Okay, it says alkaline earth metals. The word metals are there. Alkaline earth metals will belong to group 2. Now let's go back. Does this have the alkaline earth metals? Yes, it has 2 electrons in the valence shell. This element also has 2 electrons in the valence shell. This is beryllium. Let's come here. Let's check the others, which are called distractors or diverters. This has 6 electrons. So it is not a metal. Metals will have 1, 2 or 3 electrons in the valence shell. It has 6. So it's rolled out. So this is not there. Next, we go to C. It has 1 and 1. Again, it is not alkaline earth metal. C is also rolled out. Now when you come to this, it has 2 and 2. Now it can confuse you. Both are 2 valence. But is this a metal? No, it is an inert gas. So this also goes. So which is the correct option that we need to know is the first one, that is A, 12 and 4. So this is how you find out the alkaline earth metals here. Yes, that is 12 and 4. Next, the next one, the most electronegative element among this. Electronegative element will be a non-metal, not a metal. Electropositive will be metals. Non-metals will be electronegative. Now see here, sodium. Is it a metal or a non-metal? It is a metal. Magnesium. It is a metal. So these 2 are ruled out. Now here you have bromine and fluorine. 2 things are there. Okay. Now again we go to the halogen part. So when we do the halogens, what is the order of the halogens? It starts with fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. This is the order of the halogens. We shouldn't forget. That's why I said if we write this in one corner of your paper, very quickly you can go to that again. Now here we have bromine and fluorine. We have to decide about it. What does this say? that as this electronegativity down a group will decrease. So if you have this and this, then you can hit at the answer. So bromine comes below and fluorine is on the top. So the correct answer should be fluorine would have more electronegativity and not bromine. Fluorine will be most electronegative. Next, the largest atom in the third period. Third period means 3 shells. All these belong to third period. 3 elements are there. Chlorine is there, sodium is there, argon is there. Okay. So among the 3, see, chlorine, sodium and argon, 3 are there. What happens to the atomic radius in the third period? Let's go across a period. Across a period, this property, atomic radius, will decrease. Do you understand? It will decrease. So across a period it will decrease and down a group it will increase. So across a period atomic radius is decreasing. So now we have to put them in the order. What does that order say? We learnt it, no? Smart, Millen, aligned, 6 phones, successfully, cleverly and artistically. So where does that come? Smart comes first. That's the smallest. Okay. So we go here. Then next is Cl and Ar. This is the order in which it is arranged. Now we coming back to this. So atomic radius decreases means which will be the largest atom then? It will be sodium is the largest. So we mark sodium as the largest atom in this. So this is how you arrange your points in a corner of your paper and then find out the questions related to periodic table and try to do it. Okay. A little more, some more questions I have. Stay tuned to watch the next video which has some more questions on periodic table and the important points. So if you like it and share it and don't forget to subscribe. Bye. See you then.